Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How you doing? I am doing wonderful today. It's a beautiful spring day. It's already spring here, y'all. I know, excuse me, a lot of y'all are still having snow and a lot of winter cold. Right now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 73 degrees, and it'll get warmer than that here. But it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I had coffee outside on the patio today. It was so nice. Um, so I'm sorry if you're having bad weather, but I'm so glad we're having nice weather. Don't need the heat, don't need the air conditioner. My electric bill was, I think, like $168 last month. Woohoo! Instead of 500. I just hate seeing those hot days come, though. It did get pretty hot here last week. It got up to 90 degrees. Can you believe it? We had a thick blanket on our bed, and I had to take it off and put on a summer blanket. I told my husband, I can't do this. I had the fan on and everything. He's like, "You've got the fan on." And I'm like, "Yes, it's hot." But it gets cool at night, so it's good. Anyway, I do have a message for you guys. I'm going to relay the message, but first I'm going to tell you a little bit of what happened last week. Okay, so I got a story to tell. So my husband went and got a haircut early on last week. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday, I forget which. But he said, I need to get a haircut. You know, my daughter cuts hair, but she works all the time. So he goes to this one guy. So he gets a haircut. He comes home. Excuse me. I've got allergies, y'all. I have to keep clearing my throat. I'm taking allergy medicine, but it's spring here, and it's just, you know, that's what's going on. So anyway, he comes home and he says, I'm going to jump into the shower. Now I think it was like around 4:30ish or so, and I get sleepy around 4 o'clock every day. I need a little power nap, like a 15 or 20-minute nap. So I was laying here on the bed. He comes in. He said, I'm going to take a fast shower. I said, okay. And he putters around for a while, you know. And all of a sudden, I heard a bang. And I heard him, ugh. You know, I knew he fell. And it was so loud. And I mean, the ground shook, like, you know, it was so loud. I didn't think he was in the shower. I thought he was like in the closet or maybe standing in the bathroom or something, because it sounded like it was almost in this room. That's how loud he yelled out, and he grunted. Really, it wasn't really a yell. It was just a loud grunt, and I knew he had fallen. And I'm like, I run in the bathroom. I'm like, where are you? Where are you? Well, he was in the shower, and he's like, I'm here. I look down, and he's sitting down on the floor. So we have a little bit of a step down into our shower. We don't have the way that it's built. It's just tiled. It's a tiled wall that you just walk behind the wall and you take a shower. So we don't have a shower door or curtain or anything like that. It's not necessary. I love this, y'all, because it dries out really good and it's easy to clean. Anyway, he stepped down and his foot just slid out from under him. He said it was because the floor was slippery from my conditioner, which I don't use conditioner right in the front right there, so I know it's not that. And I hadn't washed my hair in like 3 days, so he's taken a shower every day, so have I, but that wasn't conditioner. He tried to blame me for it, but I ain't taking the blame. Anyway, he was sitting there on the floor, and I was watching him, and the shower's going behind the wall, you know, and I'm just like, is he gonna get up? And I'm like, you okay? And he's just like, he's grunting and groaning, and he's very dramatic no matter what. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if he's okay or not, because he's very dramatic. Well, I said, do you want me to turn off the shower for you? I can reach in there and turn it off. And so he scooted up and turned off the shower himself, but he was still on the floor. And I said, can you get up? And when he turned, I saw his arm. He had fallen on his arm. I guess it was his right arm, not his left, his right arm. Might have been his left arm. Anyway, he fell on his arm on that step. He caught himself when he fell, right on the arm, and his arm was black and blue and scratched up and bleeding and everything. And I was like, oh shit, he's hurt. Scared the hell out of me because I was about to start laughing. I have to say, I was like, are you going to get up? And then when I saw his arm, I was like, uh-oh. So I said, okay, come on, let me get you up. And he gave me his hand, and I reached out and tried to pull him up. I couldn't pull him up, y'all. I could not pull that wet man up off the floor. And I'm like, that's not going to work. So I took the rug that was right in front of the shower and I threw it in the shower, got a flip-flop. I put it underneath his knee. I told him, get on your knees, but it hurts to get on your knees when you're 72 years old. So I put a flip-flop under his knee. I stood in front of him and bent down and I told him, grab onto me and pull yourself up. So that's what he did. That's how I got him on his feet because he was kind of shook up a little bit. So I just let him climb up me basically because I couldn't lift him up. I even tried like up under his arm to lift him. I couldn't do it. So I told him, you're going to have to get up with your own power. So I just stood still and let him pull himself up, and he got himself up. I told him, he's okay. Nothing was broke. Of course, he was shook up a little bit, and he had that big scratch on his arm, but it didn't swell up. I put antibiotic cream on it and everything and wrapped it all up and took care of it. And we did that for like 3 days, and it's almost gone now. It looks really, really good. It's got like some yellow bruising left, but he's in good shape. He's okay. But it was an eye-opening experience. We don't have any bars on our, in our shower stall. We have no bars or anything like that. I've never put down anything on the floor for slipping, no mats or nothing. So, of course, I got on Amazon and I've ordered those decals that are, slip-resistant decals that you can put on the tile. So I ordered a big package of those, and I ordered some bars. They're little suction bars that you can put on, in your shower. So I ordered like 3 suction bars. So if he, ever was slipping, maybe he could have held on to something and it would have prevented him from falling. Plus, I'm going to put the adhesive on the tile, put that down. So, yeah, I guess it's just, part of getting old. But I told him, we need to really work on you being able to get up off the floor by yourself. I'm like, can't you get up? I don't know. I guess you get stiff when you're in your 70s and it's harder to get up off the floor. But I feel like he needs to stretch and work, more on doing that. So we're going to try to do that. We do go to the gym. He works out. He's been working outside every day. Y'all know we're getting ready for our Iranian fire party for the spring, and he has changed out so many boards on our deck, like 35 boards. So he's pretty strong still, even though he had that, rotator cuff surgery. Now it'll be October 2 years ago, and it never healed good, so he's got limited motion there, and his other shoulder's going too. Poor guy. But he's still out there. He's still strong. But I guess he's just a little bit stiff, and he needs to work at stretching. So we're going to work on that. So that's what I was kind of dealing with this past week, keeping my eye on him and making sure he didn't overdo it. So that he's okay. Thank goodness. All right. So that's what was going on in my world. Just give y'all an update. Hope everything is well with y'all. A lot going on in politics. I know that all of y'all are watching everything play out, and I know it feels like Trump is getting away with everything, that he's delayed all these these trials and hearing, and it feels like everything always goes his way, but it's not. It's not all going to go his way. It's really not. So I'm going to give y'all a message. Okay, so there's really only 2 things in this world. There's love and there's fear. So you have to ask yourself, am I going to choose love or am I going to choose fear? And Trump followers, they're walking to the beat of their own drum, you know? And what I'm being shown is we need to, meaning us Democrats, we need to look more deeply inside their heart. Because, you know, these are our neighbors, our friends, our family members, and we've been ripped apart by judgment because of them marching to Trump's drum, you know. It's been so divisive, and we've decided that, hey, I don't want to associate with the person that believes in Trump or his rhetoric. So it's been very decisive. But there are seeds that have already been planted, and many are coming to that understanding that Trump isn't what this country needs. So there's a lot of people that used to support Trump that are no longer supporting him. And there's some that are just right on the fence, and they're getting tired of hearing all his divisiveness, all his rhetoric. They're just growing weary of it. Even some that may say they support him today, by November, they're not going to be supporting him. So this country has gone through a bitter winter, and that winter is named Trump. But the beauty of life is one of expansion, growing, learning, and choosing love above all. And when we follow the path of love and not one of fear, then, you know, hate has no way of blossoming, and hate no longer has a grip on us, you know, and we can be free of this hatefulness that Trump, you know, the grip that Trump has on our country. We will be free of it. So what you can do is to forgive your neighbors, your friends, your family, welcome them back into the fold, okay? That's what we really need to do. We need to stop judging them and just understand that it's, you know, we all make mistakes. We all, you know, sometimes our belief systems change as we're growing older and learning and expanding. And I feel like a lot of, you know, even if the Trump supporters don't admit that they made a mistake, they shouldn't have supported Trump, we don't really have to get an admission of guilt from them. We don't have to hear them say, you know, I'm stupid, I shouldn't have, you know, we don't need that. We don't need to judge them. We just embrace them and say, welcome back, thank you. I'm so glad to have my friend back, my family member back. I'm so happy. So when you show, and when we all show love and compassion, that energy flows out into the universe. And that is how we're going to overcome the darkness. It truly is, by bringing in the light. And that's exactly what's happening. The light is shining on Donald Trump, and all his negative intentions, behavior, they're all coming to the light. And that's why you see him being prosecuted. We're all seeing him for what he truly is, and most of us will reject what, you know, Donald Trump has been trying to sell us. Most of us reject it, and many more will reject it. And we're the United States of America, not the divided states of America. The president represents all of us, no matter what political party we are. So support those in government that want to unite us, that want to bring us together, instead of ones that instill hate and fear. You know, you can't control the past, you can't control the future, but what you can control is right here, right now. So open your heart to those that you've judged. We really need to all come together now. And this is a perfect time to do that, because spring is upon us. Spring is a time of new life. It's a new season. So let the warmth thaw out our hearts, okay? We know the struggle is real. We also know that love conquers all, and that hope lives in us all through compassion and choosing to believe that all will be well. Come November, we will be free of the fear that Trump will ever hold the office of the presidency. So y'all can all take a collective breath. Believe this truth, because when we come together in a belief and a truth, and we choose love instead of hate and fear, we can control our destiny and manifest our reality through this belief system. Okay? And we're doing that now. That's why we're seeing everything fall apart for Trump, because we're all believing that we should be all united. And there's many more choosing love than are choosing hate and fear. Okay, guys, so that's my message for you for this spring. Invite your neighbors over, have a cookout, have Easter together. People, family members that you haven't spoken to, reach out to them, show love and compassion, because that's what we need in the universe now is love and compassion. And the more that you demonstrate that, the more love and their compassion will be in the universe, and it will lift us all up, and we'll be in a place we want to be come November. And I know that's going to happen. All right, guys, thank y'all for listening. Thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to get a reading with me, please look down below. There's my email address. And remember, do something kind for somebody. It always will come back to you. Love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.